Hi, it's Carol here, the founder of the Sleep Success Academy. And today in this video, I wanted to talk about a quote that I found. The quote says, "Sleep is an investment in the energy you need to be effective tomorrow." So I really want to talk about what this quote means to me and how it really aligns with what I'm teaching in the online program that I have called the Better Sleep Community. And so before we get into the quote, I just wanted to let you know that our next group will start on March 10th. So you can sign up now, put the link in the description below. So make sure to go check it out. But in the Better Sleep Community, what we do is we learn how to take care of our emotional well-being, our mindset, and our behaviors in order to create better sleep for ourselves. But what we're really wanting to do is actually have the energy to be effective the next day. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this video is how can you make sure to get your sleep under control so that you can be effective the next day. If you don't already have any of my free resources, why don't you go to my website, sleepsuccessacademy.com, and you'll see there's a free resource tab, and you can go, there's 3 of them there right now, and you can just download them. It's free. You do get subscribed to my email list, but at the bottom of each email, there's an unsubscribe button if you don't want anything from me afterwards. But go check out those free resources and see if any of them might not help you just get your sleep back on track so you can get to like doing what you want to do with your life as opposed to walking around complaining and talking about your lack of sleep. Because as much as I love my job, I would love for everybody in this world to be able to sleep better. And so let's go back to the quote. So sleep is an investment in the energy you need to be effective tomorrow. Like, can you feel that? Like, I'm going to read the quote again, and then I want you to feel it in your body, right? Sleep is an investment in the energy you need to be effective tomorrow. So that means, for me, what that means is that how can I take my sleep seriously? How can I value my sleep? If we go to the 5 principles of good sleep health that I've taught before, how can I value my sleep? How can I personalize my sleep for myself? How can I protect my sleep? How can I prioritize? And how can I trust that my sleep will come? Because our bodies are like biologically wired for sleep. Sleep is a basic human need. And a lot of time, what gets in the way is just not understanding how sleep works or not understanding that our emotional well-being, our mindset, and our behaviors are what is getting in the way of our sleep. And so when I look at this quote, just to say it again, because it's such a good quote, sleep is an investment in the energy I need to be effective tomorrow. So let's say that the next day you want energy for fill in the blank. But let's say you want energy to go play with your kids. You want energy to be able to focus better at work. You want energy so that you can have more fun with your mate or be more in a better relationship partnership with your spouse. Different reasons why we want more energy the next day. But what most people want is more energy the next day. That means then that I should do something about looking at what I need to do in order to get better sleep. And one of my biggest tips would be to create a consistent sleep schedule 7 days a week. And why I say this is because once our body and our circadian rhythm, our body clocks get used to this sleep schedule, sleep will come so much easier and quicker. And then the next day we will have more energy. And it's a one thing I teach in the Better Sleep Community. How do we go through this? How do we understand sleep so that I can create this consistent sleep schedule? It's not easy. Some people make it look easy, but if you have any emotions or a dysregulated nervous system, sometimes it's hard to fall asleep. So what can we do to help us fall asleep? What can we do to stay asleep during the night? Because sometimes we will wake up through the night and not be able to go back to sleep where our thoughts are just spiraling out of control. What can we do? We can use some tapping. We can get up and do some journaling maybe on it, but keeping the lights dim, not getting on our devices that will then wake us up more. And then when it comes time to the morning, how do we get out of bed feeling energized? So when you start setting up your consistent sleep schedule, one thing to keep in mind is that what is the best schedule for your body? I always say an 8-hour sleep window but it can be less for some people, more for others, depending on how much your body needs. And so that's where we look at personalizing your sleep. But when you look at this 8 hour window, how can you make that consistent? Doesn't matter if you are like me and go to bed at 9 p.m. and wake up at 5, or if you're like some of my clients that don't even go to bed till 2 a.m. Like that would only be 3 hours of sleep for me, but they don't go to bed till 2 a.m., but they don't get out of bed till 10. And depending on your work, depending on your lifestyle, it doesn't matter which 8 hour window you focus on, but how can you keep that same 8 hour window? And by doing that, you will actually it will take a week or two of doing it and getting consistent. And again, in the Better Sleep community, we talk about how to do this so that it's comfortable for your nervous system, so that it's easier by backing your sleep schedule by like 15 minutes. And depending on your age, whether it's better for you to wake up consistently every day, or whether it's better for you to go to bed at a certain time every night in order to reset your body clock to then be consistent. So I know I'm just kind of talking about a lot of different things you can look at. But back to the quote, sleep is an investment in the energy you need to be effective tomorrow. So if you're wanting more energy, how can you then take steps to improve the quality of your sleep and have more energy the next day? So I hope this was helpful and it gave you some little ideas of how you can start managing your days better so that you can get better sleep. And if you have any questions for me, like always, don't hesitate to email me. My email address is support@sleepsuccessacademy.com. And you can also put a comment below this video and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.